Howdy, y'all. Welcome once again to MoonTalks. For this occasion, I'm with Nova. Nova, say hi.
What's up, guys?
Thank you. So today we're gonna be talking about, this is like a podcast to talk about with artists. So we talk about their processes, what's their inspiration, stuff like that. Thank you for coming, Nova.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Actually, this is the first time that I talk face to face with Nova. So I'm really excited for this.
I see you all over Instagram, but we never got a chance to talk in person.
That's true.
Yeah.
Make a little introduction about yourself.
Okay. I would say I'm someone who kind of likes to learn from, every experience that I go through. And I kind of use those experiences for my songwriting a lot. And I'm also someone who kind of like feels very intensely, right? So like if I'm happy, I'm super happy. If I'm sad, super sad. If I'm angry,
Yeah.
like
Laredo, when it's cold, it's super cold, and when it's hot, it's super hot. There's nothing in the middle.
Yeah. So because I feel that way, music is really like a form of therapy kind of for me. And so is exercise too. So I kind of use both of those things to kind of express,
That's nice. I actually say that you do like weightlifting or something like that, or CrossFit.
Yeah, I started bodybuilding maybe like 3 years ago, and
That's great.
I fell in love with it. And then I kind of sort of branched out and started doing more like cardio stuff, and I even started getting into like boxing a little bit.
Oh, that's nice. That's what's up.
Yeah. So I love exercise a lot too.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
When did you discover your voice? Like, when did you realize that, oh my god, I can sing?
Okay, well, I started singing when I was like 15.
Okay, and you are right now?
I'm 22.
Okay.
So, well, at the time, I was taking drum lessons at a music school. It's called Flat 5 Music Studios, little promo.
Little shout out.
Yeah. But I was taking drum lessons there, and then I thought, why not start taking guitar and just kind of get into it, see if I can get into another sort of, vibe, another instrument. And so I was taking guitar lessons, but I don't know, it wasn't really like fulfilling, I guess,
Yeah.
So I said, well, why don't I use the guitar and start like writing stuff, like making my own things with it, right? So my guitar teacher kind of helped me write my first song. And when we wrote the first song, what we did was we picked a song that was already made, right? So I picked, I think it's called Here in My Room by Incubus. And we took away all the lyrics from that song, and we filled in those spaces with my own lyrics, right? So it's kind of like, I think they call it like ghost writing or something.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
But we did that, and I sang it, and actually was not that good.
Everybody, their first songs are bad. Like, I
Yeah.
started kind of doing rap in high school, but just like for myself, because I wanted to express myself, whatever, just to let go my feelings.
Yeah.
So I started doing my songs. I just get some beats from YouTube or whatever, and I'm doing like some other stuff with the guitar because I got a guitar and stuff like that, and I'm seeing that my lyrics are way better now than when I started. Like the first one, it's like, really? Damn.
Like probably really simple, right?
Yeah, and I guess like
Yeah.
everybody starts like that.
Yeah. Like that chorus from that song, it says here in my room, here in my room, here in my room, right? It says that like 5 times.
Yes.
And at the time, I really liked this guy, right? But I didn't want to tell him because I was a little shy or whatever.
Of course.
15-year-old Lex is a little shy girl. Right? And so the chorus was like, I'm hiding the truth, I'm in disguise, I'm in disguise. It said I'm in disguise like 5 times. And I was like, man, if anyone ever hears that now, like that song, I would be so embarrassed. But
I want to hear it now.
no. I'm good. I'm Nova Rae. Nova Rae was made recently, so that's new stuff.
Okay. All right. Going a little bit back with the instruments, I see that you make some videos, some like covers with the drums, but also you play guitar. Do you play any other instrument, and which one is your favorite?
Well, I started drums when I was 8. So drums has always been like my main thing. Like it's my fave. But I do the guitar sometimes, you know, if I'm writing, that's pretty much the only time I use the guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Or every now and then I'll do like a cover and I'll learn some guitar stuff. But when I'm writing, like when I'm making songs on GarageBand, I'll do a lot of like synth stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know music theory. So what I do when I play the synth is I'll play like one note, right? And then I'll figure out different other notes that kind of match it, right? So I'm just kind of playing it by ear.
Yes.
I end up coming up with chords, you know, that match the song. I don't know what chords they are. Like even like when I release the music, and you ask me like what key is it or what chords is it, I'm not gonna be able to.
You just go with the flow, listening to what you want. Yeah, I'm like the same with the guitar. I have done like a couple of songs, and then a friend of mine, he was like, "Oh, what chords do you have?" And I was like, "I don't know, bro. It just sounds good." Like,
yeah. Sometimes you gotta just feel it. It can't be too complicated. Like
it's like, all right, it sounds good. The next one, oh, no, this one, no, and you start moving your fingers over like that. Yes.
And that's how you know it kind of comes from like your heart. Like instead of just like a theory book, you know, instead of following a set of rules. Yeah. So that's kind of how I make my stuff. So I don't know if you would consider that like me playing the synth, but
yeah. So you go more for the drums than the guitar.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
And actually, I think that for me, I guess that's the hardest instrument because you gotta use both of your feet, both of your hands.
A lot of people say that actually. Well, I mean, when I was 8 and like I took that drum camp for the first time, I actually thought it was pretty like
easy.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like maybe I was like made for the drums a little bit.
Maybe
like,
yes.
When I go on the guitar is a lot harder for me than the drums are. So yeah, the drums are pretty.
That's nice. That's nice. You're connected to them.
Yeah, I think once you get the hang of it, of like a couple simple beats, then you can pretty much do, you know, anything else with practice.
Yeah, of course.
So, yeah.
That's nice. Have you seen this movie? I don't really remember the name, but at the end, it's this guy playing the drums. It was like a jazz movie.
Oh, Whiplash?
I guess the guy's like, and he's stopping, and he needed to actually learn that, and I was like, whoa.
You know, after I saw that movie, the song that he played at the very end, I like looked it up and I tried to like find the drum music for it, and I ended up starting to learn it, and then I don't know what happened. I didn't finish learning it, but it inspired me a little bit. I wanted to be, you know, in his shoes.
You wanted to be there.
Yeah, I wanted to be in that moment. I wanted to shine.
All right, this is a question. I don't know if you're comfortable with it, but what made you cut your hair? Because actually, not a lot of people do that. I did it 2 years ago. I have done it like 3 times in my life, but every time I'm like, why I did it. But I mean, on some people like you, it looks great.
Thanks. Yeah.
So what pushed you to do it?
You know, a lot of people think that like it's like an ongoing joke of where like if you're going through some sort of crisis, you chop off your hair.
Yeah, like the Britney Spears face.
Yes, actually, I'm a big Britney Spears fan, but that has nothing to do with my hair. But anyway, I did it just because I wanted to change. Like, I feel actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, I had kind of been through a lot of experiences in like the past 3 years or so, and I felt like I've learned so much from those 3 years, right? So I felt like the long hair and like the fact that I was always dyeing it and stuff, I felt like that was the old me, you know? So I kind of just wanted like a little, since I transformed like on the inside, I wanted to kind of transform on the outside.
On the outside.
And I felt like once I did it, I thought I was gonna be super shocked, right? And looking in the mirror, like, oh my god, I can't believe.
Like, is this me? Like, yeah.
Yeah, but I looked in the mirror and I was like, no, like this feels
it fits
good.
Me.
Yeah. So I felt like it was meant to be, like it was meant to happen, you know. And I like it. I think it's gonna be this way for a while. I might even do like little fades or something, or like I might color it, or might do little design here on the side or something.
Yes, there was this girl in high school that I always saw around, because and I always recognize her because of her hair. Like she has very short hair, but like every 2 weeks maybe she changed the color or something different.
Yeah.
And there was this time that she had like a Sullivan, like the Monster Inc. Like kind of designing their hair, and I was like, damn, that looks awesome.
Yeah, I think more people should mess around with their hair, like do crazy stuff
like,
with it.
When I was like in high school, maybe middle school, I used to shave my hair, whatever, because where I come from, it's like Laredo is hot, but over there is hot and humid, so you sweat a lot. And there was these days that it was like 100 degrees, and you're sweating and sweating and sweating. I was just like telling my mom, I'll be back in a bit. I was like, where are you going? I'll just be back in a bit. And then I came back with my head shaved, and she's like, why you did it? It's hot. I want some fresh air in my head.
That's like a logical reason to
yes.
cut your hair.
So I have been messing around with my hair, to say so, not that much.
Yeah.
Because I already kind of like found my style, but like that can change through the life. I mean, we just have one life, and we can to experiment everything.
And like if you think about it now, like with Corona and everything, life is so short.
It is.
You can be here one day and not be here. I mean, knock on wood, but
the floor.
but like you never know if 10 years from now can be your last day, or 2 years from now, or 50 years from now.
Yeah, you never know. Like one moment can determine everything. Actually, today, my truck is stopped working like at 1 p.m. And me and my dad have been working on it the whole day. And then around 4 p.m. when the sun sits in the very hottest point in the day, I guess, my dad was like, "Just take your board and go to Old Raleigh and get this part, right?" So I went, and on my way back, I stopped, I grabbed my board. This car stopped and then comes by, because I was barely getting my board. Then this one over here was stopped waiting for that one, so he goes through. Then I was like, okay, I can go already. So the woman that was behind the one that was going straight, she didn't stop, like she just went through. And for real, like the car just passed through me like this. And I was like, what the heck?
Yeah.
And I just like the only thing that I could do was like doing this to her. I was like, what the fuck? And then one street later, it happened the same thing.
What?
Yeah, this other woman didn't respect the stop sign. And I was like, if I don't take my board to walk through to those streets, if I'm one of those guys to just go through, I don't know what could happen today to me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So,
it happened twice in a row?
Yeah, in less than 2 minutes.
Man. And I also believe in like guardian angels and stuff, so I think, when close calls like that happen, I think our guardian angels are kind of there.
What I do believe, it's more like everything that we're gonna do, it's already right.
Yeah, like
so
destiny.
If it isn't there, it isn't there. But someday it will happen. Like the only for sure thing that all humans have, it's death, which is sad, but yes.
Yeah, it's true. That's why we gotta make the most of it. If you want to cut your hair, cut your hair. If you want to go bald, go bald.
Yes. This podcast just turned a little deep. Alright, so you posted this video singing in the car. I wanted to ask you if it was improvised, or it's like a song that you're gonna throw later, or it was just like for fun?
Okay. I usually do those types of things when I have like a little bit of a writer's block, right? And so I'll take my notebook out and I'll give myself a set time. Like for that one, I gave myself like 25 minutes to come up with that verse and chorus. Yeah. So I did that in about 25 minutes. And I was going through something at the time, so the words came to me quick. I even had some like extra time left at the end, because I was just like in it.
There's a song that says, "Best song come from the worst feelings." So I'm like, when I hear that, it's like, yes, like the best songs come from the worst feelings.
Yeah, And I had made a few before that. Like I think I've done like 3 or 4 other ones.
Yes.
And for those, I would do the same thing. I think I might have given myself 20 minutes for one and like 15 for the other one and stuff. But I don't usually freestyle. Like I need a little bit of time to process everything. You know?
So you're gonna add that. I really liked it.
Thanks.
Do you gonna add it to your? Is it gonna be an album or an EP? What you gonna throw?
I've been told to do an EP instead of an album because supposedly, you know, if I post a bunch of songs, like if I post 9 songs, people won't be as interested in the last few as opposed to the beginning.
That happens.
So I've been told to do an EP of maybe like 5 songs and then release the other ones later. But I think like with everything, like the ideas that I'm coming up with, I feel like they should all go together. So I think I might just do the album no matter how many people, you know.
Yeah, as long as you feel good.
Yeah, I feel like all the songs deserve to kind of be in one.
Yeah,
unit.
people are gonna connect with your music and they're gonna listen to everything. If they don't connect, they won't. But like.
Yeah. I think whoever's meant to like it is gonna like it.
Yes. So you're gonna add that to that album, or it was just like
those card challenges? I don't know. I thought about it, but I don't know. It's because they're all so short. Like they're all like a minute long. I might even do like an extra little album or something, like a mini thing with like 1 minute long.
That's good.
Yeah. I don't know. That's an idea though. But for now, I have like separate full songs that I made. Yeah.
That's awesome. Awesome. The future album that you're gonna throw, what kind of vibes do you put into it? Like,
well, I have a bunch of influences, right? I have like some of my influences are like Erykah Badu for sure. I mean, the people who know me know I love Erykah because she was actually my first person who I heard, who I like was super inspired by, who made me want to write stuff. So. It kind of has an R&B soul vibe like that, but it also has like elements of hip hop. I don't like to say that I rap because I don't want to call it rapping. It's like talk singing. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So like I'm getting a message across, but I'm like half singing with it.
Like, have you heard about Rex Orange County?
Yeah.
Yeah, some songs he like don't really rap, but he kind of talks, something like that.
Yeah. So I also throw in a little bit of like a hip hop element to it, but I think because of the different influences I have, like even when I was growing up, my dad liked a lot of blues, and he liked like 80s rock, and then my mom liked like Stevie Wonder and Hall & Oates and all them. So with all my influences, I think I've been able to create a sound that's like exactly me.
Yes, like a little bit from here, from there.
Yeah, I've been able to grab the stuff that I really like from all of them and kind of make my own style, which I think is cool because I don't want to copy anybody.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, I think it's, to answer your question, I think it's like a little bit of soul with a little bit of hip hop in it.
That's good.
Yeah.
You already asked about your inspiration. You already said it.
Oh,
that was one of the questions.
I'm ahead of the game.
Yes. One step ahead. So what's your process for your music? You make like, you start making like a beat in the drums, to say so, or in the guitar, and you start like, oh, I can do this, I can write something about it, or you thought about something and then you write it and you start playing the music, or you just go through it, or how you work it out?
It's been different for every song. Like for one of the ones that I have on the album right now, I think it's my favorite one on there. It's called, I had already said that one of my favorite ones was called White Flag, but it's not that one anymore. It's called In Over My Head. And I was on a trip with somebody, with a friend.
Yeah.
And I had my guitar with me, and something happened, and so I said, you know what, I have to write a song like right now. Like I just need time to write. So I took out my acoustic. It's just like a tiny acoustic guitar.
Yes.
And I came up with the chords first, and I just started singing along, just like random notes, you know, just like humming along to it. So for that song, it was chords, then words, then when I got home, I, came up with the synths and drums and all that to it. But then other songs can be a drum beat first, and then I'll write lyrics to the drum beat. That way the like rap-ish, like the flow goes with the beat,
Yes.
So it's different every time. It just kind of depends on what I'm feeling and what I need to get out first.
That's nice. That's nice. Yeah, like Justin was telling me that whatever comes first, like,
Yeah.
because there's people that they have like a really like, I don't know how to say, like a process, like this gonna be first, this second, this third, but there's people that just like, I had an idea and I just make it, I just go with the flow.
I think if you're too strict with it, you don't really get to express yourself as well. You know what I mean? Like if I were to approach all my songs with like, okay, drums first, then who knows if I would make the ones that I was, supposed to make.
Yes.
Like the gems. Yeah. So I just kind of roll with it.
All right.
Yeah.
That's nice. All right. After coronavirus, when everybody has already the vaccine, because I'm waiting for it so bad, are you planning on doing shows?
Yes.
Yes.
For sure.
I'll be there for sure.
Thanks. I want to do a lot of shows, actually. I miss it so much. I used to play at Electric Lounge. I don't know if...
Oh, nice. I have been there. Yeah,
it's super nice. The stage was like... They closed down, but the stage was perfect, huge. They had a bunch of different lights. They had a smoke machine.
Yes, and they had this vibe. I don't know. It feels great to be there, and then this paint in the walls.
Yeah, it feels like you're in Austin or something.
Yes, it doesn't feels like Laredo.
Yeah, so like when we would be playing shows there, like, I would be there all into the song, right? Because of the lighting and all that. And I would get into like the most intense part of the song, and they would like get the vibe. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And so they would like unleash the smoke machine and stuff.
Yes.
And I don't know, it was just awesome. I had a great time there.
Yeah.
There, and I also play like at the beer gardens and at Boogaloo, which is across the street.
Yes. There was this time that was like a kind of like a little festival, to say so. It was Boogaloo and Electric Lounge. They were doing, some artists were playing over here and some artists playing over there. So for both, they needed to check your ID and whatever, because they were selling alcohol in one side, and in the other one they were giving it. Because there was this, one of the sponsors of the event was this new brand of tequila. So I went with my friend. Yes, so I went with a friend, and we were still 20, because it was at the beginning of this year before Rona hit and everything. So we went there, and we get into Boogaloo first because Andy was gonna sing that day before Justin was gonna play in the other one. So we got into this one, and they checked our IDs, but we showed our Mexican ones. So, and you see that the dates are flipped.
Oh.
So over there we put day, month, and year, and here's month, day, and year.
Yeah.
So they were like, they just checked the year. Okay, they gave us over 21 bracelets. So we were like, what? We got into it, and then they gave us this free trial of tequila. And then they told us, so well, if you wear this shirt and you go across the street, they're gonna give you one drink made with our tequila. And we were like, bet. So we went across, and they were like, can I see your ID? And we were like, they already checked it. And they were like, no, I gotta see it again. Okay. Yeah, you're 21. And we were like, yes! So we got... So we were so excited because, I mean, it's way different, the emotion when you are under 21. You go to places and then get confused and you're allowed to drink. It's like another experience when you actually have the permit to do it. But yeah, that was our experience there. So it was great. It was good.
How long ago was that?
It was at the beginning of this year.
Yeah. Electric Lounge and Boogaloo are like my things. Yeah.
Any tip for beginners in music, but not like beginners that don't know how to play anything? Some people more like they already know how to play, or they have like a band but they are afraid to go outside of their house, to say so. What would you tell them to,
like, that they're kind of afraid to play in public?
Yes.
Oof.
Or in social media or stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I hear that a lot. Like, my friends, they want to post stuff, but then, they get kind of nervous about it and stuff like that. The only way to get over that, to gain the confidence, is to just do it. Like, you can't dwell too much on it. Like, you can't think about it a lot, or else you'll talk yourself out of it. So you'll find that after, a certain number of times, like posting, for example, you'll start to realize, like, even if whether it's good or bad, you're still doing what you love, and the people that are meant to like it are gonna like it, and if they don't like it, then they're not meant, for your thing. They're not meant for you. So I think just do it without thinking, really, and then you'll gain the confidence at some point.
Yes. Yeah, like if you like it, and then there's a bunch of haters, just like ignore them.
Yeah, like, okay, I kind of want to talk about this. It's not really related to the music, but
all right, let's go.
Okay. So I posted this boxing video, right? And it was, I was super into it, man. I had my gloves. My pinky's kind of a little cut right now because I'm like super into it. But I had new gloves and everything, and that's my dad's bag, like my dad's heavy bag. So I was super pumped to use it, and he showed me. He spent like 5 minutes kind of telling me, what to do, and then he kind of let me be and let me do my own thing, right? So I was having so much fun with it, and that was my first day. And I was like, you know what? Let me record a video, because I'm having so much fun. Like, I kind of wanted to also encourage other girls to kind of just dive into whatever they want to do, right? Just do it.
Yes.
So I recorded the video and I posted it, and then I kept getting DMs from guys who were like experts at boxing.
Everybody's an expert, of course.
They've never posted a boxing video in their life, but they're experts. So they give me their critiques, and they say, I just want to give you I feel bad if they're watching.
Shout out to those guys.
Like, good vibes to you, but I do not want that. But yeah, they gave their critiques and their judgments, but, and I got a comment from like my friend, like, well, why don't you just take it off and post another one later? And I was like, well, if I post another one later, I want to show them how much I've improved from the first day.
Yes.
I'd want to just delete the first day. So some people aren't going to like what you post, and they're going to criticize it. But they do that because they have a problem with them. Like,
what I like to think is that those haters, to say so, they don't have anything to do with their life. Like,
yeah.
Because right now, especially in these times where everybody is like, just go to work and go back, or to the grocery store and come back, and that's it. They're all the time in their houses doing nothing productive with that time. So they just get into social media, and everything getting bored. Everybody's getting bored for whatever. So what I like to think is like, the opposite of love is not hate, it's indifference. So when you see something that you don't like, don't hate it, because if the algorithm doesn't know if you're throwing hate or throwing love into that post, so when you just skip it, doing nothing, the algorithm is like, okay, this post is not doing anything. But when you're hating like, oh, you don't know how to do this, or like whatever, it's showing it to more people and more people.
Yeah, it's just like added attention.
It's like, yo, if you don't like it, it's like, let it go.
Yeah.
Don't kill the vibe of anything.
Yeah. And who knows, like maybe, someone is posting a video for the very first time. Like, they've never posted a singing video before.
And they got that courage to do it.
Yeah, they build up all this courage to do it. They're really insecure, you know.
Yes.
They want it to be a good response, and then someone does that. Like, what do you get out of that?
Yes, I remember because I like to make videos or this kind of stuff. A long time ago, like I guess I was in elementary, we got these cameras that everybody had back then, the digital cameras.
Mm-hmm.
So I got this one because my sister wasn't home, so I took it with my friends and we started recording some stuff. And in Movie Maker in the computer over there, it was like a horrible video, but we had fun with it. So we posted on YouTube, like those kind of videos, stupid videos that you find of little kids. It was something like that, and it was called the pregnant woman. Because I was like the woman, and then they got like a baby, but it was like a monito, whatever. It was super funny. But then the next day when we went, like 2 days after when we went to school, like all these kids were like, "You're all so stupid, why you do that?" And we were like, "Damn, we just did it for fun," and then we stopped making videos.
Ow!
So it was like, damn.
You know what that reminds me of? Oh, that brought back a memory that I hadn't remembered till now. When I was in like 6th grade, that was when I posted my first drum video onto YouTube.
Yes.
And I got some weird, crazy comment, like just cussing me out in all caps. Just some random guy, like cussing me out in all caps, like "Go kill yourself," blah, blah. And I was like a really innocent 6th grader, right?
Yeah, of course.
Like I didn't even say bad words. Like if I ever read a bad word, I would forget. I'm just like, stay away. But I saw that comment because I would get emails on like, whatever response I got from my YouTube videos or whatever. So I read that comment and it just like scarred me. Like, oh man, I remember I was sitting in the gym, like this Trotman Middle School gym, and I read it and I freaked out. But that kind of gave me thick skin, I think, for later.
Yes.
So sometimes it ends up being a good thing, but other times there's no.
Yeah.
I mean, there's really no use for being negative, but.
Yeah, those scares that stop our dreams.
Huh?
Those scares that stop our dreams. Yeah. But then we made some videos, and when this, you remember this time, like 2 years ago, everybody started doing their Finstas.
Oh yeah.
So I made my Finsta, but it was super funny, and I just had my friends in that one. So we made different videos with background music, and like we were dancing, and we made like this Star Wars video and stuff like that. So from there, some of my friends were like, "Why you don't make videos for fun, like and post it on YouTube and stuff like that?" And I was like, "It's because I don't know, like people is gonna judge me and stuff like that."
Yeah.
But then after it, I started learning that I don't need to give a fuck about what people think. If I like it, I like it and stuff like that.
And I see your Instagram stuff and all that, and you seem like real, like, successful, like
thank you,
outgoing, and yeah. So you got it going.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right. Something else you wanna add before we finish it?
Well, I guess I can talk about like the album a little bit.
All right.
So, okay, it's gonna be 9 songs. And I'm going to be posting it probably within like the next month or 2. I'm going to be kind of giving little like snippets here and there of what the songs are going to sound like and stuff like that. So if people want to follow my Instagram account, that would be cool. It's this is Nova Rae, just all together in lowercase. I post everything there. I also have a Facebook, but Facebook I kind of just share memes and
I use Facebook for the same.
Yeah, and people tell me to get Snapchat and all that. I've been told to get Snapchat a lot. I don't know how Snapchat works. I don't know how to use that.
I used to be on Snapchat. I mean, I still have my Snapchat, but just to see like the old pictures. But I really don't use Snapchat. Actually, Snapchat just stays alive because American people, like people in Mexico, I have friends in Europe and stuff like that, and places like that, nobody uses Snapchat. Like Snapchat is dead all around the world but the US.
What?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes, for real, for real.
Wow. I've also been told to get a TikTok.
TikTok. I was one of those that was like, nah, I'm not gonna download it and stuff like that. It's kind of stupid. But then one day I was so bored and I was like, okay, I'm gonna download it to see what's up. And it's kind of like Vine, but instead of 6 seconds video, it can be 15
right?
to 1 minute. It's pretty cool, but I don't like to use it because once I get in there, I can spend 1 hour just seeing videos.
I downloaded the app, but I don't know how, like, I don't know, maybe I'm just dumb, but I don't know how to use it.
What is good about TikTok is that maybe sometimes you make a song and you just post a little bit and you're like, hey guys, go check it out on Spotify. Like,
yeah, that's why they told me to get it, but
if you check the top 50 of music, for real, like at least I guess 60% of it came out from TikTok. I don't like the top 50 because it's like this is TikTok, because people become viral because of TikTok. And it's crazy. It's crazy
I
how
heard
that
it's
app,
super easy though to go viral on TikTok.
not really. Sometimes.
I mean, that kind of convinced me a little bit.
But if you post a good song and then your friends start liking it, it's gonna appear in other people. Like, oh, these people like it. Let's show it to other people and stuff like that.
And I started thinking like maybe the little like the mini songs that I put on Instagram, I can do it for TikTok too.
Yeah, that's great. Like, and you can post it in both places, and you're not gonna lose anything.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. I need to get more tech savvy with all this stuff.
Yes.
The world's getting crazy here. People are inventing new things every day, and I can't keep up. It's tough.
All right, so
I also don't have a Twitter. I should get a Twitter.
Twitter is funny. Twitter is funny. Like at the beginning, I didn't understand it, and I still don't really understand it. But it's funny, like how people is like just posting random stuff.
You just kind of. I probably sound like a huge noob right now, but.
And for real, Twitter there is where it's easy to become viral. I haven't become viral, but I see that a lot of people.
It's just like making comments, right?
It's just comments of whatever.
Yeah.
Let's say that there's times that I think about like, oh, this tweet is gonna become viral. It's great. 1 like, 2 likes, maybe 1 retweet, and I'm like, damn.
People just don't get it. They don't get the vibe.
Yes, but then there was this time. It was one of my most retweeted and like tweets. It had like 50, 70 likes. Which was too much for me. And it just said, I want a corn.
It said what?
I want a corn.
Really?
Yeah, I just posted I want a corn. Like un elote. Yeah. And people were like liking it, and retweeting, and I was like, this is so stupid, and people like this stuff.
That reminds me of like the rappers nowadays that go viral and make it big, but they're not really saying anything. They're just kind of shouting into the mic. Yeah, it's crazy how some people get fame that way. But
life is crazy.
Yeah.
Especially in this 2020, a lot of stuff has been happening. This is historic. And if I take something good from this year, is that I started this. I didn't start playing guitar, but I got more into it. And I have learned different stuff, I guess. Like I haven't been just like in my bed like.
Yeah, no. I think if you do that, you're just gonna go crazy. Like
yes.
If you stay doing nothing and you're not productive in some way, some area, then yeah, I think your mental health can just.
For real.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess that was good. Do you wanna say something else?
I'll give you guys a little motivational quote.
Let's go.
Not really a quote, but just a reminder that if you put good into the world, you're gonna get it back, and it might not be soon, but you're gonna get it back.
Sooner or later.
Yeah, if you put bitterness into the world, that's what you're gonna get back. So make sure that the energy you give out is good and positive. And if you're experiencing anything like negative, like any sort of negative emotion, deal with it and face it, but in a healthy way. You know?
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for
little
that.
piece of advice.
Yes. Good vibes only, guys.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you so much, Nova,
Yeah.
for coming, for talking with me. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. I appreciate your invite. It means a lot.
I really like your music, so I was like, man, I gotta have her sooner or later.
I'm
But-
super excited for you guys to hear it. I think this is the most like, I mean, some people might like it, some people might not, but this is the most me that I've ever sounded. So like,
Yeah,
what you
that's
hear is gonna be like, it's like my soul.
Yes.
This is who I am.
That's awesome.
I'm
That's
excited
awesome.
for that. Yeah.
Well, thank you, y'all. See you in the next episode.
Bye, guys.